Winnebago Talks on the air. Wait, hey, what episode are we at, Bethany?
23.
23. Episode 23. Well, welcome everybody. It's a beautiful Tuesday in Winnebago land, and we are getting ready to kick off another great episode. So with me, I have two additional co-hosts that will be helping us out. Go ahead and give us your introductions. Wait, let's see. Okay, which one are you on here? Let me check. Do another check. Okay.
I can't hear myself.
There you go.
All right, there I am. Hi, NP, everybody. I am Jordana Bass. I am your Winnebago Indian News editor.
Thanks for helping us out. Tyler is away from the desk today, so we appreciate Jordana helping. And
No
you got a
problem.
deadline coming up, right?
Yeah, deadline on Wednesday. And for anybody that's hoping to send any ads or anything like that, any announcements, you can go ahead and send us those today by 4 p.m. And that will go to Tyler, and her email is tyler.snake@winnebagotribe.com.
All right. And also we have none other
Hi,
than...
NP. My name is Bethany Redhorn, the Winnebago Communications Office Manager.
Your introduction seems a little bit more with a kind of an emphasis today. For some reason, you got a little pep in your step.
A little pep in her step.
Yeah, why is that?
She's
It's
glowing up.
because I get to see my mans. No, I'm just kidding. I get to see the weekend this weekend. I haven't gone on no vacation in forever.
So you
Nice.
said the weekend this weekend.
Yeah.
Explain that. What does that mean?
So the weekend, Abel, the artist.
You know his first name?
I get-
You guys are on a first name basis now,
Yeah.
huh? Okay, all
So
right.
it'd be the future Mrs. Testway. No, I'm just playing. No, but I get to go see the weekend with my good friend Mac Attack, DJ Mac Attack.
All right.
Mackie.
Cool.
And I'm excited for that. So every day I've been waking up and kicking my feet up and
Nice.
clapping my hands and
Right.
being grateful because I'm ready.
She's ready for it.
Definitely.
Vegas.
So for those that tune into ARL, me and Bethany go rounds. Like literally, we go rounds over the weekend. And because for some reason, I don't know why, but Abel, I'm going to start calling him Abel, always makes it into the top 5. And nobody votes for him. No, I'm just playing.
Hey, he got 1 vote last week.
Oh, okay. All right.
If
All
I
right.
could vote, he would have got 2.
All right. Okay. So for those people that are tuning in, go ahead and sound off. Help us out here. We want to kind of engage with you folks. We have some great guests here today for
Yes.
Winnebago Talks. ARL is going to be on Thursday. And we have none other than some of the folks from HCI, Ho Chunk Incorporated, that is going to help us out here today. So how was you guys' weekend, this past weekend?
My birthday was actually Friday, so
Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. And we went to go eat lunch at Red Lobster. I've been craving crab legs. Couldn't make it to Omaha.
Yeah.
I've always been wanting to try that yummy crab, but we don't have one around here yet. So
Dang.
Red Lobster is kind of we'll have to do for now.
Man, you say Red
Happy
Lobster and
surprise.
it's before lunchtime here.
I know.
I think
I just said my.
everybody that's
hungry.
watching and stuff is going to be heading up to Red Lobster because you made us crave and stuff. You know, we always kind of had that debate on ARL too. You know, you hear that one song, like Staying Alive. Staying Alive was my request last week and stuff, you know, but it just plays over your head over and over and over. So there's a song that always just kind of just plays over your head.
Yeah.
So Red Lobster, what is there? I know, do you guys know this one? Yum. Who's that?
Oh,
Morgan got it. I remember Morgan got it.
Red Robin.
Red
yeah.
Robin.
So what is Red Lobsters? Do they have a jingle?
I don't.
Isn't it like the
think
crack
so.
of the thing? I just remember like the shrimp falling and it like bounces and like the butter comes off and stuff.
Making me hungry.
Anyways, we're gonna have to get sponsorship for them.
For real.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was great. Got to relax and just hang out with family. And I got to sleep in. I love to sleep. So.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of carried
Felt-
over into
it-
Monday because
yeah,
of the
it felt
weather,
weird.
right?
Yeah, I was gonna say it felt weird that it felt like it was the actual first weekend that I actually got to enjoy. Like, felt like I was just constantly like
Going.
snip, snip, snip. Yeah. So it was like nice to slow down a little.
Yes. It's always good
definitely.
to revitalize.
And you won't be
Yes.
sleeping this weekend.
Nope.
when you're attending the weekend.
I'm going on tour. Nah,
When-
I'm kidding.
I think his tour is called like After Hours or something like that. It's going to be in the new Allegiant Stadium down in Las Vegas. So
Yeah.
I researched it and stuff, and you're just going to watch him kind of run around like he
He's gonna
did
put
on
on
the
a
Super
show.
Bowl. Like he did at the
He's
Super
gonna put
Bowl.
on
He
a
just,
show.
he just
No.
ran.
I'm gonna try to talk over Garan when he says that. No.
Anyways, Jordana, do you have any win updates for us?
Not really any updates, but I will say that we'll have some really great stories this upcoming issue. We're going to be talking about food sovereignty in the Winnebago community, and that was with tribal farms and Ho Chunk farms, as well as another. This will be our kind of our back to school issue. So I'll be able to meet with Dan today, and so we'll get some updates from the public school and as well as St. Augustine's.
Cool. Awesome. So kids are heading back to school. Have they started yet? Does anybody know?
I think Thursday. Yeah, Thursday is the first day of school.
Oh, this Thursday?
Yeah.
What? Okay. All right. So I think a lot of kids are excited, and hopefully they got their clothing allowance and did some shopping this weekend and got that. That's what I did my past weekend and stuff. Kids went to do some shopping, but they didn't get as much as. It's kind of crazy and stuff because back in my high school is the era of FUBU, you know, what was the other ones?
Tommy Hilfiger?
Yeah, you know what I mean? And that was the thing and stuff. But nowadays it's kind of, I don't know, it's not the same and stuff.
Yeah,
I
it's not the same.
don't know if that's good or
summarized.
bad or, but yeah. Anyway, so.
Do you guys utilize, like as a parent, do you utilize that tax-free weekend, or did that even happen
Yeah,
yet?
it helps out with shoes, especially.
Heck yeah.
Because nowadays, what shoes like $600 and stuff? These Yeezys. Oh my goodness! Remember we talked about those in one episode. These Yeezys are ugly, but man, they cost like freaking ridiculous
Yep.
amount of money and stuff. So don't. I don't know. Anyways, unless he wants to sponsor us.
Yeah, right.
Okay. All right. So we will call you back in for
All right.
the answer is.
The answer
Hey,
is.
she gets a lifeline today.
Oh yeah.
All
Well,
right.
we're gonna win today. We're taking this one.
And then if you win today, the series is tied. So stay tuned for that. Who do you think is going to win? Facebook land, those that are tuning in on the radio station, Jordana or Bethany. I mean, there's some good questions. Some good
All right.
questions. All right.
All right, cool. Have a good one, guys.
Pina.
Okay.
Did we get the ARL up? No?
Not the top 5 yet, no, but I will have it up this afternoon.
All right. Cool. We'd like to welcome our two guests here. Thank them for coming in. They're busy gentlemen, and they made time to come up here today. So Willie and Aaron, come on up here. Let's get you guys mic'd up, and we'll kind of go from there. In the meantime, Bethany, do we have any other announcements that we have to make here today?
Yeah, so if you are returning back to Little Priest this semester, they have their student orientation taking place today from 11 to 4 p.m. up at the Little Priest College. So apparently there is still time to apply and register. So this was posted 19 hours ago. And student orientation today from 11 to 4. And if you want to find more information, you can go to their Facebook page, which is Little Priest Tribal College.
Awesome. That is very good. So welcome back, students. There's a lot of good things that are happening, and we were going to discuss that today. So none other, can you guys go and give us your introduction? We'll start over here.
My name's Aaron LaPointe. I'm the senior manager at Ho Chunk Farms. A little bit of my family background. I'm the son of Daryl LaPointe Sr. and Pearl LaPointe.
All righty. Cool. And so you said you're the senior manager of Ho Chunk Farms, right? How long have you been in that position?
I've been at Ho Chunk Farms for about 6 years. I was an intern prior to that, and then once graduating from UNL in 2016, I transitioned into a full-time position there and been there ever since. I've been
Awesome.
overseeing the company for about 5 years.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on the show here today. We'll get into it, and then we also have, go ahead and give us your introduction.
Hi, Nipiwina. Good morning, everybody. My name is Willie Bass. I'm from the Bear Clan of the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska. My parents are Greg and Janet Bass. Currently, I'm the manager for Community Impact and Engagement at Ho Chunk Inc.
Cool. So community impact engagement. When did that start?
That started, it was when Anne-Marie Bledsoe Downs started working for Ho Chunk, so I want to say probably about 6 to 7 years ago.
Cool.
Maybe longer. But she left and joined the Biden administration a couple years ago. So her seat sort of opened up and I was offered the position, and I'm happy I did because I love my job and I love the work that I do and the people I get to work with and the impact I get to help have in the Winnebago community.
Right, right. And both of you guys are like, you guys wear different hats in different settings. I know, Aaron, you kind of hung it up this year, but you're a coach as well. And volleyball player, I would imagine both of you guys play sand volleyball and stuff. I'm up there too, so you know what I mean? You got to consider. Anyways, and then you also can add commentating to your hat as well. So we need to get you to come commentate maybe some of the basketball games, set in some of the basketball games. And
as long as you guys have the bleep out thing that you can do, because you'll hear my language.
For sure and stuff. But then you also, I know, were previously a educator. Mm-hmm. And you work for the Winnebago Public School. Do you miss it?
Yes. Oh, I miss it all the time. Yes. Mm-hmm. Particularly the kids, seeing them every day, and it's just a lot of energy, and they're just ready to learn, and sometimes they come to school to be loved, because we all come from different walks of life and we have different family backgrounds, and they had always inspired me every single day to be the best educator that I could be. So I do miss that. I still get to teach in my current role. I work with college students and high school students on college and career prep. We have internships and apprenticeships, which I'll tell you guys a little bit about here soon.
Yeah.
So
we want to get to our Facebook page and people that are tuning in. We got about 16 people, you know what I mean? If you have an opportunity, share it or let people know. But here, I got to apologize. I was down at Macy Powell this past weekend. Great celebration and everything. Congratulations to Powell Committee. We had him on last week. And I got tapped on the shoulder, and it was none other than Sarah Snake. And during her special, she had a really cool special during Winnebago Powwow. It's called the Wonder Woman special. And for some reason, I got her name, I said her last name wrong. And she hasn't used that last name in a long time. So I apologized to her. I said, if I said somebody's name incorrectly, because they had me announce the winners as well. And I was butchering names left and right and stuff. If I had $1 for every name that I mispronounced, I'd probably be about 50,000 in the hole. You know what I mean? So I apologize. But she did mention here, back to school powwow tomorrow at the Winnebago football field. You guys know anything about that? We're going to have to get some information. Mm-hmm. Let's promote that and stuff. So everybody with outfits and everything like that, back to school powwow is tomorrow. So awesome. We'll see if we can get some info on that.
I can find that.
So, Aaron, I know you've been busy, and harvest season, you're probably busy with that, right? Or it's coming upon?
It's coming up, yeah.
Definitely. And you have a kind of explain what HCR Farms does for those that don't know.
So Ho-Chunk Farms is a farm underneath Ho-Chunk Inc. It's a subsidiary company of Ho-Chunk Inc. And we currently farm about 6,400 acres of tribal land and allotment land.
Wow.
We are the largest leasee of tribal land and one of the largest allotment land.
So before HCI did that, I mean, like how many acres did like the tribe farm, do you think?
The tribe didn't farm any before Ho-Chunk Farms started.
Wow. So now we're up to 6,400.
Yeah. When I started in 2016, we farmed about 1,000. So we've had a lot of growth in the last 5 or 6 years.
Dang.
And have become one of the larger producers, or largest farms in the area.
Yeah.
On top of that, about 1,000 of that is certified organic. So we're one of the larger organic operations in Northeast Nebraska.
All right. And then I know that there's a whole wave of organic that's happening and stuff, because a lot of the times they use the pesticides and stuff, you know what I mean? And I kind of get scared, you know what I mean? Because I'm not sure what that's going to be, guys. I seen back in the days when I was a little guy, the weed killer or something. And now they're saying if you use this weed killer, you know, those commercials and stuff, you might have been exposed to something. So organic means that you guys kind of lay off the pesticides and stuff,
yep,
right?
All the pest management is done naturally, and fertilizers are natural, but we're growing in that area at a feasible rate. It's not financially feasible to go 100% organic in the first year.
Yeah.
But every year we put more and more into the program. It's a 3-year transition period that you can't spray any type of commercial fertilizer, chemicals, pesticides, and it's been a hit for us. Not only are we seeing a lot of financial benefits with the organic value add, but the ecological benefits of being able to produce crops in a more natural way, and you start to see more of the native plants come back that most farmers would consider weeds. A lot of that stuff is food, like mahinch and like a lot of the wild berries and stuff that grow. We'll start to see a lot more of that come back through organic farming.
That's awesome. That is awesome. And then in the meantime, how did you get into being a farmer, basically? You know what I mean? Like what kind of interested you on that?
I would say my interest came from just opportunity. I was studying environmental science at Briarcliff before I went to the university, and I was working with the EPA or EPD here in Winnebago, and I seen the huge land base the tribe had, and how we really didn't utilize it to the most efficient way. We were getting a small return on just leasing it to non-native farmers,
Right.
and I thought that if there was an opportunity for us to start doing that ourselves, not only would we see financial benefit, but we would have a lot more benefits from having a tribally owned business manage how our farmland is being treated. So I see an opportunity, and I didn't really want to be in an office all day either. I'm more of an outdoorsy guy, so
Yeah.
if I got to be outside working, that had interest to me too. Even though I feel like I spend most of my days in the office now, but
Right.
but I mean, I still have that opportunity to work outdoors. But there's huge opportunities. One of our tribe's largest assets is our land, and we were underutilizing it, if you asked me. So
Yeah.
so
Definitely.
that's really what drove me, was just there's opportunity, and there's nobody really taking on that opportunity. Why can't I help do that?
That is awesome. And then you've been busy with kind of like the education side, because we need to get more people. We need to get more errands. And I think you worked with Little Priest Tribal College and stuff. Can you tell us a little about that?
Yeah, so the Little Priest Tribal College brought on a recent graduate from UNL. I actually went to school with him. His name's Mark Keck, and they brought him on to work at Little Priest to develop an ag program. And he reached out to me asking what I thought it should entail, and I said, well, I think you should incorporate Ho-Chunk farms and tribal farms into the curriculum development.
Nice.
And what classes you want to offer, because this ag program shouldn't just be generalized like all these other ones at universities. It needs to fit our local needs and what we're actually doing now and our future plans. So he allowed me and Trey to sit on the advisory board for the development of the program.
Nice.
And so all the classes and everybody involved, there's a lot of partners, Northeast Community College, a lot of local colleges that can offer a lot of the diverse classes.
Yeah.
They're partnering with us to do a diversified ag program at Little Priest that's going to start this fall. I know a few students that are into the program now. We actually have an ambassador that Willie's going to talk about the ambassador program. We have an ambassador working with us right now that's joining the diversified ag program, and it's really showing the true cycle of bringing in, giving opportunity. But for Ho-Chunk farms to continue to grow as big as we've gotten in the last 5 years, in the next 10, 15 years, what does that look like? Well, we need to start developing our internal professionals through education and offering stuff like that.
Definitely.
Because Little Priest, a majority of the students at Little Priest are tribal members, and a lot of them feel like the obligation to give back to the community sometimes. And if we can start educating them in this field, that's a very popular field in any country right now, then I feel like it's only going to elevate Ho-Chunk farms, tribal farms. Who knows, more initiatives might come from what the education that's gained there. So
Yeah. It sounds like that you're pretty busy, and I know that there's opportunity, and there's guys that like to work. I mean, they get up and they're just kind of the upbringing and stuff. It's kind of like that mentality, and so you kind of assemble a crew that go out and help with the tractors and everything, and then the harvest comes up. So it's a whole wave of food sovereignty. Tell the viewers kind of like what food sovereignty is.
So to me, food sovereignty is just being able to develop the localized food systems that create sustainability within the community, where we're not dependent on outside sources for any sorts of food. And that's a big word, because there's so much that it entails.
Right.
It's not only fresh fruits, vegetables, it's your proteins, your meats, all that stuff, even water. So it's something that's not going to happen overnight, but it's something that we've been working on since I started in 2016. The Food Sovereignty Task Force was developed back then, and we've been able to develop a tribal farm, a farmer's market, garden bed initiatives, just garden initiatives, our Indian corn projects, lots of different projects to just kind of slowly chip away at that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of work that needs to be done in that area, and I feel like we just talked about, the educational program that's being developed at Little Priest, that's going to help accelerate that, because they're going to offer a lot around like meat production and meat processing through that program. So I think that's kind of where we're missing a little bit. We're doing a lot of fresh fruits, vegetables, large-scale crop operations and stuff, but we're really not focusing on the protein production with poultry and beef and all those areas.
Right.
So
That makes sense. I have to tell you guys a story, okay? And I seen it firsthand. And I would say probably this last 5 years, maybe it has to do with HCI Farms. And then I know the Winnebago tribe, under the leadership of Frank White, and my dad was on there, but they started a Winnebago tribe farm as well. Trey Blackhawk is and we have, the Winnebago tribe purchased a farmstead out, out west, about 7 miles out west here. And here, as the time goes on, I kind of learned more about food sovereignty and making that awareness and stuff. This past weekend, I was down at Macy, and they had a garden initiative. It's called the JAG program, and these high schoolers harvested their vegetables, and they made vegetable soup, and they also did their corn soup. These two grandmas take these plates, and there's kids that are 7 years old sitting in front of me, and I was just kind of sitting back and kind of taking it in and stuff. And here they set the plates in front of these two, and the gal says, "What is that?" And she said, "It's corn soup." She's like, "I don't like it. It doesn't look that good color and stuff. I want McDonald's." And she's like, "No, it's good for you and stuff." And she's like, "Just try it." And she's like, "Yeah, I don't want to try it and stuff. That, I want nuggets and stuff." She kept saying that. And finally, she ended up taking a bite. She must have been hungry and stuff. And she loved it. You could see, like, her face transform and stuff. You know what I mean? And I think, like, right then and there, the corn soup is like a delicacy for us. And it's, like the Navajos and down south and stuff, a lot of them, the corn pollen, they use that as kind of like their sage, their protection and stuff. So there's a whole history behind the corn and everything. And, we're the original corn huskers, right? I mean, shoot, corn originated from Mexico. We've been, harvesting corn forever and stuff. You think of Cornhusker, you think of that guy. What is his name? I don't know. Anybody go to
Herbie
UN? Yeah, Herbie. But shoot, we can take ownership of that and stuff because we've been doing that.
Give Herbie an Indian name.
Yeah, for real. We should, right? The Washkuer of all, the greatest Washkuer. No, I don't know. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to make mention of that. There's like this whole generation of eating kind of that food that is healthy for you. I was just like, wow, that is kind of crazy. So I wanted to kind of share that story with you that, keep up the good work as far as the corn. I know that you kind of asked the community to help out. Did you plant a lot of the Indian corn this year?
We did, but our area is in a severe drought right now. Oh. So our Indian corn production is probably down about 50% just due to lack of precipitation. Geez.
Yeah, for real.
But I'm glad you brought that up because we're about 2 weeks away from starting our Indian corn project, and that's open to the community. Any of the tribal members that want to come down and help. Okay. As long as they help, they're given a portion of our harvest at the end of when everything's done and dried, and we figure out how much we produced, and then we do a donation. And Ho-Chunk Farms' project is strictly for donations. We give everything away to the helpers, to our senior center, to we've given to Motherhood is Sacred in the past, and then we also do like the harvest celebration. We sponsor the corn, and then for funerals we donate 2 quarts of corn for all of the funerals. And while supplies last, I mean, it was tough this year. We ran out of corn probably 3 months earlier than harvest. So, and it might be another tough year due to the drought. But yeah, we're going to be starting in about 2 weeks is my guess. And like I said, it's open to the community. We'll be down at the village market every day. We pick early in the morning. You can help pick, husk, washku, dry, whatever, any part of it. You can come be a part of it. And I feed a lunch, so as long as you're helping, you can come eat lunch too. Don't just show up for lunch with a to-go tray or anything. But yeah, it's open to the community, and I'm glad that you mentioned that because we can kind of get the word out that we'll be doing that soon. Yeah,
definitely. Let us know. We'll promote that as much as possible. Here's another story for you guys. After football practice, and my dad was doing the corn, man, I was tired, from football practice and stuff, but we had to dive right into, because once it's ready, and there's only a window before it starts turning into seed and stuff, or it gets too hard. But it's a lot of work, you know what I mean? And if you never had the opportunity, try to take in that opportunity because there's a storytelling component of that when you guys are sitting around and this kind of all comes together. So I know a lot of people look forward to it. My dad really looked forward to it, and just kind of that. But when I was a teenager, I wanted to go play Nintendo and stuff. But nowadays, it's different. You know what I mean? These kind of like try to get these kids, and they're like, "No, I don't want to do that. I want to watch YouTube and stuff." Get them out there. You know what I mean? Let's a little hard work and stuff is not going to hurt anything. So for sure.
Yep. And our school participates. The Winnebago Public School Academy. A portion of our field is obligated to them, and they do everything. They pick it. They do all of it. They did it at school last year. And that's their way of raising money for the academy program.
Yeah, that's right.
We just buy everything from them because I mean, there's all the different components of that.
Yeah.
The cultural, educational. A lot of them just want to get out of the classroom, but yeah, it's a great program for them as well. And we typically have a couple of classes come help do certain parts of it. Like we'll have last year, I think we had first grade, second grade come help us husk, and
Cool.
and then like they did the seed harvest for us too. They wanted to be outside the classroom, so we brought them the hard ears, and they removed all the seeds for us too. And
Nice.
so just little small things like that, trying to integrate ag program into the public school, but it's much more than that. They're kind of reclaiming some of their identity by being a part of that harvest.
Right. Awesome. Well, I have one more question to ask you, Aaron, and it's an important question and stuff, so stay tuned here. But we'd like to turn our attention over here to Mr. Bass here, and I know that you have the apprentice program. Bethany, you have a question for him?
So Willie, can you tell us and our viewers about the apprenticeship program?
Yes, so the apprenticeship program is a college and career readiness program for Winnebago High School juniors and seniors. We just started it in the spring of 2022, and we had 10 students participate, and they all finished the program. And what it includes is a real world work experience that aligns with their interests. So, if they're interested in, agriculture, then we try to partner with Ho-Chunk Farms or tribal farms to have them placed there. Or if they're interested in IT, we connect with one of our community IT teams, whether that be with Ho-Chunk or with the tribe. If they're interested in education, we try to get them, to job shadow a teacher. Early childhood, we try to pair them with, a teacher at Educare, and so on and so forth. But the program should really be responsive to what the student is actually interested in pursuing as far as a career, as far as life after high school. We have an internship program that is specifically for college students in a traditional college or university setting, but the apprenticeship program really provides opportunity for our young tribal members who may not be cut out for college, may not be interested in college, maybe that's not on their goals, but then we sort of gear them towards trade school and vocational school and certification programs. So this year, so last semester in the spring, we had 10 students, and it was very well received. We had end of the semester final presentations where all of them had to present about their experience to other apprentices, their site supervisors, families were there, some program managers were there, and it was really enlightening and inspiring to watch them get up there and present about their experience, because they were shy, and for some of them it was their first time speaking in front of like a large group of people. And so almost all of them, I'll have to say, came out of their shell a little bit that day, and it made us, those of us who worked with those students day in and day out, it really felt good that the program was doing what it was intended to do.
That is awesome.
So yeah, this semester we have 17 students now. The students are actually helping us, through word of mouth. They're talking about the program in the hallways and with their friends. Last semester we had 2 students with Ho-Chunk Construction, and they had a really good experience. And they must have spread the word, because now we have 6 students with Ho-Chunk Construction this coming semester. So, our hope is that, we'll eventually see the return on this investment that we're making into this program and into these students when they go off to WIT and get a certification in one of the areas in construction. There's many areas. I'm not going to sit here and listen to them because I'll probably chop up that list anyway. But it is giving opportunity to those students who may not otherwise be cut out for college or have a plan. And this gives them some exposure and some experience, some hands-on real-world work experience. And I have to give a shout out to our local site supervisors. These are professionals in their fields. They volunteer to be a site supervisor. They don't get paid to do it. They just take this student in, they mentor them, they expose them to the many areas of their career field. They even kind of share supervisor responsibilities amongst their team. But without those site supervisors, this program wouldn't be possible. So I have to give them a shout out. This whole program is done in partnership with the Winnebago Tribe Education Department. Amy LaPointe, we work with. We used to work with Mackie as well, and he shifted roles. And we also partner with the Winnebago Public School, Mr. James Goebbels, who's the guidance counselor for the school. So we have weekly meetings. The program is, there's so many moving parts, so we just kind of have to stay on the ball.
Yeah.
But I have to give a shout out to those partners and then those site supervisors. But that's pretty much what the apprenticeship program is in a nutshell.
I think that's awesome, though. It's giving them like that personal hands-on experience. A lot of people learn hands-on. You know,
Right.
I personally learned hands-on, so, and you know, maybe they don't really know, so they're able to shadow. Like maybe they have an idea of what they want to do, so they get that experience, and it's really important because, you know, sometimes they don't have someone to sit down and, you know, talk that game plan with them or whatever it may be, but they're getting that when they get to, you know, participate in that apprenticeship
Yep.
program.
One of the things that we look at when we determine a placement for them, a worksite placement, by the way, this is part of their regular school schedule. So periods, the last 2 periods of their class schedules, periods 7 and 8, is when they, you know, and we provide transportation. We, you know, transport them to their work site. They're there for a couple hours and we bring them back to the school. That's sort of the arrangement that we have. But when we select those work sites, we don't only take into account their career interests, but we also take into account their values, things that are important to them. You know, is it important that they work outside as their career, or is it important that they, you know, stay inside? Is it important that they have a job where it makes lots and lots of money, or is that not important to them and they're fine with, you know, something on a lesser scale in terms of wages? And so we look at that, you know, do they want to work on their own, or do they work well with a group of people? So then we also look at their skills, and we assess all 3 of these areas: their career interests, their skills, and their values. They take a questionnaire online. It generates a report. Each student, it tells us, you know, what their values are and all those things I just said. And then we use that to find a placement for them. And then we kind of narrow it down to like 2 or 3 choices. Was okay, based on those 3 things, here are some choices in the Winnebago community for a work site. And then ultimately, they just get to choose where they want to go. So it really is student-centered. It's responsive to students. It's not just, you know, oh, here, do this, you know, because you have to. It gets them outside the school walls. You know, again, to Aaron's point earlier, is some of them students just want to get outside the school. You know, I can speak from experience on that. I'm working at the school for 4 years as a teacher. Yeah, it's a great place. Lots of learning happens there. But there's just this, they want to be connected to the real world.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what education should be about, is, you know, things that are actually going to make sense and build skills that they can apply once they leave the school system and out into the real world as adults. So, you know, a lot of that thinking goes into the programming of the apprenticeship. So,
What a great program. I think that's here's I'm just in the storytelling mode today and stuff, but when I was in high school, I got really confused there because every presenter that they brought to us they hit rock bottom. You know what I mean? I was a recovering alcoholic, or I'm a drug user, you know, all this and that and stuff. You know what I mean? So in my mind, when I was growing up, these role models and stuff, now it signaled to me I can hit rock bottom and then come back and then talk to the kids and stuff. You know what I mean? So I was like, wow, this is kind of crazy. Do I have to hit rock bottom to talk to the kids? You know what I mean? That really in junior high. But you think about it. Back in those days, man, we had like Tupac and, you know, Murder Was the Case by Snoop Dogg and stuff. And that's what we seen on MTV. We didn't have the cultural connections that we have today. So these program managers that you have are literally heroes and stuff, because I could remember my art teacher, you know what I mean? And that person that gave me that, hey, you can make money off this. I'm like, what? I can make money off it. I'm having fun and I can make money off it? Yeah. So these kids that are going into these programs, whether it be like HCI Farms or we always tease around and stuff. You guys need a DJ for that. And literally, I think you guys are going to send one over here to work in communications, right?
yeah, we do have a student who is very creative and has those as one of his skills.
So yeah, we're excited for that. You know what I mean? And to try to pass on those skills. I mean, they always kind of say if you go 10 miles outside of your town, you're an expert. But inside the town, you know, that's this Willie, or that's this Garan and stuff. You know what I mean? But it's this kind of like, you think about it. I know that these guys will show appreciation maybe when they make their decision to get a degree or walk across that stage and stuff. It was that apprenticeship program that helped me out. So 10 this year's 17, next year is going to be 34, you know, and it's just going to grow and grow and grow. So this is exciting, and it's really good that Winnebago, and I appreciate you coming in to explain this to maybe the parents or everybody that's happening and stuff, you know, because it's a whole movement that we got going on with HCI Farms, with you guys, the community impact engagement. And I know you guys got another event coming up. I think there's a Winnebago community event coming up.
Yeah, that's our annual Ho Chunk Inc. community celebration. It happens every September, and this year it'll be on Wednesday, September 21st, from 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock, and it will be located at the Winnebago Farmers Market. And we'll have lots of food, lots of prizes. We'll have booths from Ho Chunk Inc. subsidiary companies and booths from our community partners. So shout out to all of the community partners who agreed to have a booth there. They're going to not only just share information about their organization, but they're also going to, some of them will have interactive activities. We'll have face painting, pony rides, bouncy houses. I think I heard GNL Productions might be there.
Let's go.
So it'll be a fun-filled day.
Forewarning, bring your dancing shoes or your moccasins, you know what I mean? Shoot, we're going to do some. I like the logo. Bethany is showing it in here, but you have a tree with roots. And that's what you guys are doing. You know, it all starts with a seed. And, you know, this is like, wow, this is going to. So I know that in the years past, we probably hadn't had this celebration for about 3 years because during the pandemic, you guys did like drive-in meals or whatever. And then last year, I think you guys did something at the Winnebago Powwow Grounds. You know, it was real quick and stuff. This year, I think we're going to go back into like where we can sit down, sharing a meal, announce some prizes, do a little dancing, listen to music, and kind of hear some experts sit up and talk about kind of some of the review. I really enjoy that, you know, because a lot of the community members are like, what's HCI doing? What are they doing and stuff like that. This is the opportunity to learn some of that information, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Ho Chunk Farms will be there. They're going to have a booth, and let's see, like Little Priest is going to have a booth. A lot of our companies and our community partners will have booths there. I wanted to mention the theme this year is honoring our roots, embracing our future. And so, you know, Ho Chunk Inc., there's a lot on the horizon as far as growth for the company and the community, with the openings of Warhorse Gaming LLC and the rapid growth that we're experiencing with Ho Chunk Farms. And our government contracting continues to be successful. And so we really want to share all the progress with the community and allow for an opportunity for them to engage with us more directly and in person and ask questions. And so we, like you said, we've had the drive-through event the past couple years where, you know, due to COVID, we try to maintain our distance and all that. But this year it's sort of back to, I guess, quote unquote normal as far as it being more in person and more walking friendly. We will have signage posted throughout the village where elders and the disabled can park, just because I think parking is going to be it's going to be pretty crazy that day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, we're going to be giving over 650 meals. We'll have free T-shirts. We're giving out tumblers to the adults and the kids, and there's just a lot. There's like spray paint or face painting, but like it's sprayed or something. I'm not sure how that works. So there'll be a lot of fun things for the kids. So please bring your whole family down, come eat with us, come hang out and listen to some music and learn a little bit, and it'll be a good time.
That is awesome. I know that one year the prizes, I mean, shoot, they're not little, you know, gift cards and stuff. You do have gift cards, but you know, that one year I was like, dang, man, I want to get that prize and stuff. I think it was Nebraska tickets or something like that. And I was like, woo.
Yeah, we'll be doing that again.
Yeah. So let's go, man.
I'm excited because the last, since I've been with communications, I covered, you know, that first year in 2020 when the pandemic was like in the midst of everything.
Yeah. It
was the first drive-through one, and I attended that. Then last year I attended the drive-through again. So I'm excited to actually see what it's about. I haven't got to ever attend one before.
What? Are
yeah,
you serious?
Before like the pandemic.
These are like, yeah. Anyways, share the word if you can, and invite the community for sure. I know you guys are on a busy schedule and stuff, but I have one more question for Willie, and I'm going to ask you both this question and stuff. It's an important question. I know that we have a lot of the youth and a lot of the parents and stuff, but we have an opportunity. I just got done talking to a reporter this morning. and he mentioned something about he's doing kind of like a progress report on the Warhorse and kind of what they're going to use the funding for, you know what I mean, and stuff. And I told him, I was like, back in 1999, Lance Morgan was my football coach, and I didn't know what HCI was and stuff. I was worried about football. And here this whole transforming HCI start growing, just like that tree and that logo, and kind of branching out and stuff. So I had the opportunity to go out to DC, meet Heath Rist, the CEO out there, and nice gentleman, and the crew that he runs out there, that you're talking about, the government programs and stuff. And what really I really enjoy and stuff is to see the growth of these two programs. What do you love about your job, Aaron?
I would say for me it would be being able to see the direct impact in the community. Yeah. And seeing the impacts of our tribal lands, and understanding that the people managing it now as tribal members and a tribal entity, that sustainably for the future, I feel really good about our tribal lands and where they're going to be at. Yeah. But also the direct impacts within the school and within working with our community members and my employees. All of my employees are local tribal members. How and cool seeing them flourish too, through opportunity. Right. And a lot of times that's what I find a lot of joy in, is just being able to see the physical impact of what's actually happening. That is cool. So you wake up every morning, because that's what I do. I wake up every morning, I'm like, today's going to be different. I know that. We got our responsibility is get communication out to the tribal members and stuff. That's priority for us. But I get to work with a great team and stuff. And so you don't wake up and like, oh man, I got to go to work today, and looking at the time, it's almost like we don't have enough time in the day, right? For you? No, work doesn't even feel like work most of the time. There you go. And that's really what it's about. And when you can feel that way every day, you're in the right place. Awesome. And like you said, it's not 9 to 5. Honestly, it's like your lifestyle. Even on the weekends, you're thinking about work, you're answering emails, especially in farming. Right. I mean, you're making sure things are getting done, but it doesn't feel like work. So I feel like I'm where I want to be, and I'm just happy to have that opportunity and give that opportunity to other people too. And I encourage everybody to find that. Awesome. How about you, Willie?
What I love about my job, I guess I would have to say, like, being able to work with a variety of different people in the community, and really share my passion of education and helping the community by just sharing my passions with them and helping them become a better person, and helping my community become a better place. I know that there are jobs where it is you're doing the same thing over and over, or you're in the office 24/7. But with my job, I'm able to go out into the community, and I get to work with elders and students and children and peers and like people like you. I mean, you guys are awesome. You guys are really great in your fields, and I get to participate a little bit with you guys and learn from you, and then share with you too. So no 2 days are the same for me. And when Aaron said that, I really agree that when you have a job you love, you never work a day in your life. That's sort of that phrase that came to my mind when Aaron said that, and that's how it feels for me. And that's really awesome. And just saying it out loud now and articulating it really makes me feel grateful that I even get to have this kind of opportunity. So I definitely don't take it for granted. And I love the people that I work with. Terry Lee Medina, shout out, and Janelle Decora. They're awesome women and Native women leaders in our community. And so that's who I get to work with every single day, and I'm just so happy and fortunate. So that's why I love my job.
Awesome.
That is awesome. All right. Any shout outs or anything like that, or follow-up comments?
I was just going to say that that's something that me and Garan always kind of, like, I guess, put emphasis on, is when you love what you do, you're not... Jordana, too. We've had that conversation. Yeah. When you love what you do, you won't work a day in your life. So I love that.
I got a shout out just because it's all kind of, we've been talking about back to school and stuff with all the students. I want to give them all a shout out and good luck with this coming year, and give my wife a shout out. This is her first year being the K6 principal at Winnebago Public. So we got a tribal member and principal position. Awesome. Good luck on the
this year, and to the students. Yeah, for sure. Study hard. And I know Morgan's probably watching. Last time he's like, hey guys, miss you guys and everything. So yeah, for sure. And yeah, I think that support to Mrs. LaPointe and everybody, and there's good times and all that. I know you got a little one. What's his name? Baby Aaron.
Yeah.
Yep. And watching him grow up and everything and stuff. So we look forward to a lot of good things that are happening with the HCI Farms and then the community impact engagement. I think that's a very important program for HCI to continue on and stuff. I know that you guys are in charge of the economic development for the economic development arm of the Winnebago tribe. But in that, there's so many things going on and stuff to kind of give back to the community with some of those events, and then also to inform. You guys have a Facebook page.
Yes,
and you
we
guys put a lot of information. Sometimes we share information, and I'm like, okay, that's good information and stuff. So keep up. Let's keep working together, Willie.
Definitely.
And just try to keep informing a lot of people and stuff. Any shout outs?
Shout out to the teachers too. I'm sure they've been busy this whole month getting ready for the kids. And take it easy on Mrs. LaPointe, her first year teachers.
Yeah. Seriously, teachers though, they're heroes, man.
They are.
Mean, seriously, you look back at my high school teachers, my principal and all those guys. I seen Kathy Prue, and she was my 6th grade teacher. Now she's in DC and working for these national programs and organizations and stuff. She's still a hero, you know what I mean? As if it wasn't for her, because you spend more time almost in the classroom than you kind of at home maybe sometimes, you know what I mean? So that is definitely... Any follow-up things, Bethany?
Thank you both for coming on, and thank you for joining us. And if you ever have any updates in the future, like, maybe, inviting everybody over, even though you already did invite everybody to come help with the harvesting, but maybe just a follow-up, you guys can come on back anytime.
Sure. Awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you for having us.
We usually do like a trivia and stuff like that. So we are going to try to do like a competition, see who's going to win. HCI Farms, our community impact engagement. You want to do the best war hoop? What should we do? Nah. We'll wait for that. When you guys come back.
Yeah. Is there a study guide? Just kidding.
When you guys come back, we'll do some kind of trivia and stuff like that. But yeah, anyways.
So he gave you a forewarning.
Yeah, for sure.
And this was which episode?
23rd.
23rd. So
23rd, yeah.
the 2 dimes and 3 pennies, is that what we're going?
Yeah,
Or did you stop doing that?
Yeah,
No.
he did.
Yeah, gotta keep me on track
I
here,
know.
Bethany. Come
With
on
that
out.
last one, I think was the 2 dimes and a nickel. No, I'm just kidding, 25.
Working our way up to the quarter.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're getting there.
Mhm.
We're getting there. Hey, you guys should come back. What is HCI? I know you guys celebrated how many years?
It would be 27 or 28.
Ooh, that's a trivia
My
question
gosh,
right
it is
there.
a trivia question. Yeah, do that, because I have the answers.
For sure. All right, you guys have a good day. Thanks for coming in.
Peanut Gigi. Thank you guys.
So we also wanted to remind everybody Thursday we have something exciting for All Request Live. Last week was the 20th episode.
Right.
So I was trying to give away, keyword trying to give away a $20 Visa gift card to the lucky person to send in a 20th request.
Wait. You gotta go back up.
Yeah.
So I can win $20 for doing what now?
So if you can win $20 for sending in a song request, but it has to be the 20th, and only I know when that 20th comes in. Go ahead.
We should do trivia.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm with it. Like, it's not my strongest area, but
We should do trivia.
I could come to you for those questions.
We should do trivia. I mean, $20, maybe. I mean, I think I got a good one.
Yeah,
I think we could do it.
I think so.
So tune in.
Yeah.
So tune in.
Thursday at 11 a.m. on the Big Voice Radio.
And we have a lot of birthday shout outs this one.
Yeah.
And we have top 5.
Top 5. And then we'll have the graphic up this afternoon, and you can vote for that top song of the week. Last week's champion was Always on Time by Ja Rule featuring Ashanti.
Hey, they announced that they're coming to the Baxter Arena. Are you
Omaha?
going? Yeah, should we go?
I'm going to try to. I want to.
We're gonna go meet Ja. You know what I
Ja.
mean? So Ja and
Kind of
homegirl
sunshine.
Ashanti
Tiny P
is
for
gonna
a little
be
bit.
in there and stuff. Anyways, yeah. So tune in Thursday. Okay.
Yes.
So ARL. Welcome, Sunshine. It's good to see you. How you been?
I'm tired. Tired.
Yeah.
I need a
Is
day
it the
off.
weather, the overcast skies, and the rain and all that?
It's probably powwow and all
Still
kinds of things.
recovering. Still got the
I
powwow.
haven't gotten the days off yet. I need.
Yeah. Man, it was a tough go, man. I mean, shout out to the head principals again, you know what I mean? Because it's just like, woo, that is a tough one and stuff. But anyways, so we are going to discuss today, Sunshine.
So today I'm just going to give a little update.
Okay.
We went to the Genoa Boarding School
Yeah,
Remembrance Day
that
this
was,
weekend.
Right. And
Yeah.
I know that shout out to the Winnebago tribe because they provided some transportation for those that wanted it. I'm not sure how they did on that and whatever and stuff, but you know there was a posting out there.
Yeah.
You wanted to get there and stuff like that. We provided the means and stuff. So
Yes.
how did it go?
So let's see. The immersion classroom teachers came. So that's Michelle, Jose, and Avery.
Good.
They came down, and I seen two of our tribal leaders, which I'm super thankful for to see down there.
Cool.
Was Kenny and Louie,
Oh, wow.
and then myself. And of course, I drag George along with me everywhere I go.
yeah. Be nice to have a chauffeur, huh?
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was, you know, I had a lot of different feelings. It was my first time down there, and it is pretty heavy, you know, and then just, I think I texted you later and thought about it, you know, and it just made me, it kind of reiterized my objective, you know, with what I'm doing with the boarding schools and as a tribe. So as we know, you know, the boarding school era was between 1879 and 1933, and Genoa was open for 50 years, you know, and over 4,000 students went through there.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't depend on any of these boarding schools that we're dealing with to have the correct information. So we are right now in the works of finding where our children are buried there. You know, there is an area that they had a hit on when you were there.
Yeah.
So they're still talking about that, and we will be going around mid-October. So I'm hoping you guys will be able to join us down there, and hopefully we'll be able to find them. And then go from there. We don't have too many big plans, you know, right now of what we're going to do, because, you know, if we do, hopefully we do find them, you know, we wouldn't know who's who, you know, obviously, or anything. So then we would need to plan from there. But
I know some of the events that they had in the past. You weren't able to make it because you're on assignment, Wisconsin, and things like that.
Yeah.
So I text you and I said everything happens for a reason. There was a reason that it happened on Saturday, and this event kind of came about, and there's a reason that you couldn't fit it in your schedule to go down there and stuff. So I'm glad that you went and everything. And like I said, yeah, you walk into that place and you just kind of feel that heaviness, and it's kind of the source of a lot of things that kind of, you know, the kids were forcibly there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, man.
Well, the boarding school era, and then that was as well as the allotment era was at the same time, was, you know, pivotal in our breakdown of family and kinship, language, culture, you know, those types of things. You know, it just did real damage to us, which we're still recovering from, you know, that historical trauma that we talk about, and that intergenerational trauma that's passed on, you know, and passed on. And I talked about it this Saturday, you know, about that loneliness that people feel sometimes, you know, and maybe it's just that intergenerational trauma that I'm feeling, you know, of missing my homelands, you know, or missing something, you know. I never know what it is sometimes, you know. I just know that I feel lonely.
Yeah, and a lot of people do. You know, it's just, I explained myself at the powwow. I was really proud of Tunny and him learning the language. I got a call from a reporter today, and everybody's excited about this war horse coming, and he asked me, what do you guys do with the funds and stuff? And I said, wow, it funds like important programs like our Ho Chunk Renaissance Language Department, our Angel Decorum Museum, so they can do their work and make sure that the history of our tribe is not the greatest, you know, as far as we were starving at one time, and then make sure that it doesn't repeat itself. You know, we need to educate ourselves, and part of that is because of the boarding school era. And my grandmother went through boarding school, and she was the one that got the soap, you know, put in the mouth for speaking the language. My mom, she could understand the language and stuff, but when she tried to speak it, they would tease her. And so she kind of put that down, and then it comes along me, just in 3 generations and stuff. I can understand some words and I can speak some words and stuff, but
that's as far as you can go.
So far as like, I don't want to say it's, I don't feel embarrassed or something like that, but I just kind of feel bad. You know what I mean? Because I want to learn, and I know there's programs out there that kind of learn that, but there's a whole generation. We had a gentleman here that listens to our show that came on, and he was adopted out. And so I've been blessed, you know, by my parents and stuff, like to be by the powwow and to learn some of our ceremonies and learn some of the powwow ways and things like that. So I'm connected there, but there's still that loneliness.
Yeah, there is. And then, you are very lucky, because a lot of our kids don't have that, to be able to be around the drum or to be able to be around dancing and learning these types of things, which is another project we were working on, trying to save our songs. But that's, I was talking to a visitor that came up to the museum today, and she talked about, and she was a relative from the Ho-Chunk Nation, and the mounds that we had up there, and each mound had a song, and that song told a story, and we've lost all that, and thinking about boarding schools where my mom was a part of the boarding school era. She went to St. Augustine's, then Marty. My father was a part of the boarding school era, and then the relocation era, and all these things happened, and it's just like, but here we are, the positive is we're still here and we're still trying to connect and find our way.
Yeah. And
so
there's probably people out there that don't understand that, you know what I mean? And when I was talking to this reporter, it just all came together because we're starting to turn that corner, you know what I mean? But we still have a lot of work to do. And I think that with everybody, from the top up, from the council to everybody down to our teachers that are in there teaching our young ones. So this whole generation of the young ones taking in this information. And that's why the immersion program is so important.
Yes.
And shout out, like I said, we're kind of shouting out our teachers today because they're the heroes, you know what I mean? So Michelle, Josep, Avery,
yes.
They it's very important, you know what I mean? And that's why we're starting to turn that corner, but still we have a long ways to go.
A lot of
work
go.
To
but
do.
I think Michelle, Josep and Avery did a really excellent job in changing those test scores last year. They had a huge shift in their test scores from the regular classrooms, and it just shows how much our kids need their culture and language. So I really love that classroom, and I'm of course partial because my little guy's in there, but it makes me tear up a little bit to know that he will know more Ho-Chunk and about the culture than I ever will, because he's immersed in it. So so that's how I feel about that.
And we just keep encouraging everybody to kind of start learning that. And there's other opportunities. I know Ho-Chunk Renaissance and a lot of the programs got together for a harvest celebration, the green corn last year. They have like contests, what was it, Wobble Kitty contests, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to be a judge. No,
I was a judge a couple years, and it's delicious.
There's a whole kind of I think that's something that we should be proud of and stuff. So good job to everybody from Ho-Chunk Renaissance. My brother's over there, and shout out to everybody that's has a hand in it. That's a lot of hard work, but it's important work. To document that.
And it's also tiresome. Because it's like you're a race against the clock every single day.
Yeah.
So yes,
it's
of course,
UN,
shout out to them.
United Nations declared the decade of saving native languages.
Yes.
They say every 2 weeks a native language dies.
Yes.
Like it goes extinct.
And we started
2 weeks.
celebrating that a while back, didn't we? 3-4 years ago, I think we had something at Renaissance.
Right.
But it's just, and we only have a handful. I know Blue always talks about it, a handful of fluent speakers right now. So this class, it's like, these 9 students, everything's kind of on them, even though they don't realize it. We're kind of like holding our breath, like, we need you guys to.
Well, I guess we all got to do our part. You know what I mean? It's the same for us. We tried Ho-Chunk Renaissance. I know they're busy too, but we try to get them over air. If you have an opportunity, make sure you check out their episodes. I know you have some language videos up there at Angel Decora, and like the history of the what was it called, the history of the Noshochachi, right?
Yeah, Ho-Chunk Nishochachi.
Yeah, and it kind of explains where we come from, and I heard that like some of the non-natives that are working for the tribe, they watch this video and kind of get a better understanding.
And I give props to the HR department, our HR department. They send them up to have a tour of the museum, and they also watch the video that we made.
Cool.
And as well as Little Priest Tribal College. And I think it's important, and I think we did talk about this before, was everybody that's non-native that's coming into our community, we want them to understand where we come from and treat our people with kindness and respect that they deserve.
Good. Awesome. Well, thank you for that update, Sunshine, and we appreciate you every time, you come in, have a topic. We're going to start to gear up for, session 3 of enrollment. You know what I mean? Like, there's some other updates that are happening across Indian country. Red Lake, I don't know if you heard about them, but their enrollment. So we will talk about, maybe do a segment on enrollment again.
Yeah, we need to do our part 2
Yeah.
and, go from there. I think just sharing that education.
Mm-hmm.
And this week, I think with our tribe, HR, isn't it Employee Appreciation Week?
Yep.
So today they're doing tours at the museum, necklace making, and a couple things Ho Chunk Renaissance is doing down at the center. So that's what we'll be doing.
Okay.
And then me and Weetha Aldrich will be doing a presentation to the Winnebago Public School.
Yeah, we need to get her
so-
back here, back in here to talk about her curriculum. See how she's doing on that. I know she joined us for ARL, but she never been on Winnebago Talks. So
Dawanda Hawita.
yeah, tell her to come in. Let's go. Let's bring her in and
Yep,
stuff.
I was working with her today, and she's such a breath of fresh air, because she's so young and wants to change all this stuff.
Yeah,
know,
she
so
was
I really
using
like
words-
it for her.
Passionate about it.
She's
Yes.
using words that I was like, okay. And
It's always been that way.
when you
I
use
grew
a
up with
word that
Weetha.
you don't know, you just kind of like go with the punches and stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, oh yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Googling it later.
Kind of just roll with the man. What did I say? Yeah to? Crazy. All right, are you ready?
Yeah, I was born ready.
Okay, Sunshine's doing the answer is today because I didn't have time. We're working. We do have some technical issues and stuff that
Yeah.
we're working through. Our internet streaming is down, but Facebook and over the airwaves is still up.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for these guys for that answer is? We'll call Jordana in. There's 5 of them.
5 questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, question number 1. Go for it.
Can it be over what I just talked about?
Yeah. Let's see if she gets it
Well,
right.
you better remember these questions
Okay,
because I'm
well-
not gonna. Okay, so we just talked about the boarding school in Nebraska. How long was that in operation?
Oh my goodness.
You said 1876 to 1933.
You gotta write it down.
I have it. I don't. Well, you're supposed to be writing.
Give me one of your sticky notes here. Okay.
I was like, I usually bring in my little booklet.
1836 to what?
No, I said 1876
Okay.
to 1933.
All right.
So however many years that is your answer.
All right, I mean 1836.
18
Yeah, not 70. I meant 1836.
1836.
Yeah, to 1933. Those
1936.
eyes. When I said it, your eyes went.
Okay, somebody tell us how many years that is.
Let's see here. That's 100 years. 101? What? So 1836 to 1937?
No, 1836 to 1933.
Oh. 1836 to 1933. What is it? 100 years? I don't know.
I think it's like shy, like 97 years.
97.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So that was my one question. Let's see. Another question. I'm trying to think of previous questions you've asked.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. So you're slacking. Now I have to think of questions before I come up here.
Aaron gave us his title. What is his title?
Yeah. What is Aaron's title?
He's the agricultural business manager. Or agribusiness manager, sorry.
Okay.
Not cultural, don't include that. It's agribusiness manager.
Agribusiness manager.
Yeah.
Agribusiness manager. For.
For
Okay.
Ho Chunk Farms.
All right.
3. What? What's that one? What was Garen's middle name?
Oh my goodness, are you serious?
I know it was
Are you serious? Are you serious?
It was, man, it was just random too. Like, I've never heard that before. Ugly. It was,
I know yours.
it's because mine's hard to not forget. Yours is,
We worked for hard
Almost 3 years.
years.
I know it's a G. Man, it was Garan. I don't know. I forgot. I'm gonna go with. Go sleep. No, I'm just kidding. I can't think of nothing. My brain.
3,
Just,
2.
Galaxy.
Garen
Galaxy?
Yeah.
That's kind of a cool name. That might be
Garen
my
Galaxy.
new DJ name here. DJ Galaxy in the house. You're in the mix. No, I'm just playing.
Okay, so
Question number 4.
number 4.
What's the weekend's real name? Nah, just kidding.
Name 3 colors in Ho Chunk.
Ooh, Shooch, Ska, and why am I struggling? I'm trying to think of one more. Should have said 2. Nah, just kidding. Man, what's that one? That's probably gonna be real wrong, but like it's like ZZ Ska or Z Ska or something like that, or ZZ Ska. I'm gonna go get Jordana.
Wait, that was.
Wait, we
was
got-
we got one more.
Oh,
We'll get you out of here. And
Ska and Z.
ZZ Ska. I don't know.
Shoot, Ska,
I'm trying to
ZZ?
say orange. Yeah.
ZZ? It's a ZZ? Okay.
No, Z Ska.
Okay.
ZZ Ska is what she said.
Yeah.
So last question.
Okay.
I'll do this one.
Okay.
Gas prices are starting to come down nationally, right? Winnebago via HCI owns some gas stations. It's called Pony Express.
Mm-hmm.
They have locations in Salone, Winnebago, Emerson, and what other town?
Dakota City.
Dakota City?
Yeah. Attica.
Okay. Attica? Dakota City? Okay.
Attica.
All right.
Said that real loud.
Okay. All right. That's good.
You said Winnebago, Emerson, Salone, and you said South Sioux City, right?
Yeah, South Sioux City.
I'm saying Dakota City.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Good. Go ahead and grab it. Let's see what happens here. That first one was tough.
What was the first one?
That boarding school one.
Oh, okay.
And then the second one was, what was Aaron's title? Oh, Aaron, you might have to text me on it. Make sure we get the title right.
Yeah.
Shoot, I'm not texting right now. Number 3 was the colors, right? Or no, it was my middle name.
Cheek grab. I know. Squeeze my leg. What was? Oh, your middle name.
Snuck it in there.
3 colors, and then where's the other location? Okay.
I forgot to use my lifeline again.
You did. Well, welcome.
Now I get 3 next time. No, I'm just kidding.
This one's a tough one because
It's on the fly too.
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
it was literally on the fly because I didn't have an opportunity. We were working with our internet radio; it's down, but nonetheless, we
Okay.
got some good questions here. Sunshine, help me out. The answer is
Okay.
question number 1. Go ahead,
So
Sunshine.
I just talked about the boarding school here in Nebraska, Genoa. How many years were they in operation?
Oh man, I should know this.
She should. She was there.
Oh man, 136.
136 years, and you said 97 years. What is it?
So it's between 1884 and 1934, so 50 years.
Gee, I was wrong.
Dang, I
Off by a
should
couple
have
decades.
stayed with my first answer.
Okay. So the score is 1-0-0.
0-0.
0-0. Here we go.
Wah, wah.
Question number 2. Aaron Lapointe. What is his job title?
He's one of the managers. He's the operating manager.
Operating manager?
Yeah, that's my. Yeah.
That noise. That was my lip.
What the heck?
The operating
I should know this. I just wrote about it.
Shoot. Do you know his title?
Jeez. Oh.
Okay. So it's Agger. I text him.
like-
I know he's probably busy and stuff, but we'll come back to that one because what did you say? What did you say?
I said agribusiness manager.
Agribusiness manager.
And-
Okay.
I got that off the their thing. They posted something. And I got it off there.
On his
Cheater.
Facebook, it says SR, Senior Manager, Local Operations at Ho Chunk.
Oh yeah, senior manager. Yep, that sounds about right.
Is it?
When I posted Winnebago Talks episode last night, I wanted to make sure I got their titles right. And when I went and looked, it said agribusiness manager.
Oh, maybe it is. I have no idea.
No.
I'm just going off. I have no idea.
Does anybody know out there? What's Aaron's
Where's Jade?
Yeah, if somebody can comment, help us out here. We're kind of in the referee realm here. Still, we're kind of stuck. So we'll come back to that one. So if you know the answer of Aaron's title, because he just gave us the introduction of his title this morning, but we'll come back to that one. So that one's a maybe. So we'll kind of like, yeah. Anyways, question number 3. What was it?
Oh, Garan. What is Garen's middle name?
Oh, you said it just a while ago, didn't you?
Yeah, it's just happened maybe a few weeks ago.
Kind of real.
It's unique.
Man, I can't remember. It was something with the. Oh,
It's with the G, huh?
I don't know.
Do you know it?
Is it Pascal?
It was, isn't it?
Did you know? Did you know it? Did
Yeah,
you
I
know
knew
it?
that.
She knew it.
She's helping
She
me.
got it right. She got it. All right. Question number 4.
3 colors in Ho Chunk.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Wajazi. I don't know if I'm saying that right, and I think is that yellow? Shunch is red, and Ska is white.
She got it right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. All
Cool
right.
points.
You were trying to say what?
I was trying to say orange.
Orange, which is, how do you say it? Does anybody
I
how to
know
say
it's got whatchamacallit in it.
Is it Zeta seed? Or is that brown? Oh.
I thought it might be like ZZK or something like that.
I thought that was like grasshopper.
Is it?
Yeah.
Just throwing words out there.
Just
We're
saying
going over
words
to
you
Ho
know.
Chunk Renaissance after this. And
Where's
settle this.
blue?
Kind of
Yeah,
thing.
for sure. Last question. Pony Express, the gas prices are starting to come down, right? And nationally, a little bit. Some relief, but it's still really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Pony Express, which is owned by HCI, HCI is owned by the Winnebago Tribe of Nebraska, has locations in Winnebago. They also have a location in Emerson, Salone. What other 2 locations are there?
You said Emerson and Sloan.
Yeah.
Rosalie and South Sioux.
Dang, she got it. She got it. Yeah, yeah.
You said one location.
All right, but I
gonna
was trying to
go
help her
cry.
out. But she did get that right.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
It wasn't Dakota City, it was South Sioux.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think with the color, Jordana comes away with the win.
Put me in
Yes.
So you know what that means?
Tie
You guys
ball
are-
game.
Tie ball game.
the
We're gonna do something special for the next week's episode. You know what I mean? Like if somebody helps out with a lifeline or something, we're gonna have to do something special. We'll announce that, right?
Yeah.
We have to do announce it. Okay, shout out.
Bet's mad.
My face is red. That's why I don't have the camera on me. Nah.
She's not even gonna enjoy the weekend concert. She's going to the weekend concert
I'm gonna be waiting for
This
next
weekend?
Tuesday.
this weekend. Yeah, in
Shakopee is this weekend.
yeah, she's going to the weekend concert in Las Vegas. She didn't invite her favorite co-host, but that's okay. That's okay. Our favorite Win editor, our favorite Angel Decor Museum employee.
Hey
But
man,
that's-
you guys direct that at Matthew.
But she got invited.
yeah,
Yeah.
I got invited.
So, but she's going out there and she's not even gonna enjoy it because she's mad about losing today,
I'm gonna
right?
be
Yeah.
I'm gonna be thinking about next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Be watching all trivia, everything.
Oh, we have some help here. Z is yellow, so there you go. Yellow is that right?
Wajan Z, yeah, you did get that one right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Dang, Cool. We're getting it, man. We should incorporate some kind of language in this episode every
Uh-huh.
time.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're gonna
I
have
think
to-
so.
For sure.
Nice.
We'll make that commitment here on episode what?
23.
24.
24.
24.
Next week.
Okay. Shout out Sunshine.
Yes, I do have a shout out, which I forgot last week, was to my friend Jamie, and I always say her last name wrong, but she's always on watching. But she made my dress.
That's
You know,
right, okay.
I haven't danced since I was, you know, a little girl, so she made my applique dress, and it felt really good to be out there and healing for me to be, and I just thank her a lot
Yeah,
for
is
that.
awesome.
you know,
Cool,
so.
man. So here's the story I want to tell you guys. I was at the community blast event and stuff, and then there was a little kid, and me and Bethany are standing there and stuff, and then he was like, "Hey, look, it's Bethany and stuff," and then that's that one guy that's with her, as far as on the radio. So I'm just that one guy, you know what I mean? They know your name, but they don't know my name. I'm just that one guy. So. But shout outs.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Mackie for giving me this great opportunity, and love you a whole bunch.
All right, cool. I want to shout out to my team that's going to be at the employee appreciation. We're going to win it. I'm saying we come up with this cool name. The
What
name
is it?
Idea Masters, because we're all graphic designers and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nice.
So Idea Masters and stuff. But yeah, I think appreciate HR. That it's one of the incentives as far as retention and trying to work for the Winnebago tribe is to share the meal and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
When is that?
it's
Tomorrow? Or
1 to 4, a whole chunk. It's kind of like the whole chunk.
yeah, it's the
Olympics.
culture day today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then tomorrow is going to be like some of the things for the tribal employees, and I think different entities. One of Vegas, they do a great celebration for their employees. You know what I mean? Rightfully so, because they work really hard.
Yeah.
HCI does the thing for their employees, and then the Winnebago tribe. So, if you're interested in working for the Winnebago tribe and you get to partake in this picnic and stuff. There's a lot of resources on the WinnebagoTribe.com, and they have the listing of the jobs posting. So if you're looking for a career change, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people that kind of like the things that the tribal organization is doing. Come on and join us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a great program, and I know that you love your job. Jordana loves her job. I love my job, and
I
so
love my job.
that's the theme of this celebration and stuff. You know what I mean? Is I love my job.
Yeah. And shout out to all the teachers and students starting back. Not just to, high school or grade school, but our college students as well.
Yeah.
Young and old.
Cherish.
Good luck.
She came on our show, and she's the HR manager for the Winnebago Public
Winnebago.
School. They're looking for substitute teachers and paraprofessionals still. So if you're, like I said, man, I mean, there's opportunities out there. If you
Yep,
wanna
my 2 daughters are working there, Shannon and Nakia. So,
Oh, Nikia?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, that's
Nakia.
Kelly's, my little daughter and stuff. That's her best, you know what I mean?
How do you say your daughter's name?
Callie.
But the full name?
Calliope.
Calliope?
Calliope.
Yeah. we-
Okay,
I like
because
that.
Malcolm always, because I say it
Calliope.
wrong, and he's like, it's Calliope.
Puts you in check.
I know.
I mean, okay, so Grey's Anatomy, you guys Grey's Anatomy fans and stuff?
I've never
No.
seen it.
No, are you
Nope.
serious?
My sister watched it about 6 times.
Man, anyways, there's a girl on there. Her name is Callie Torres. A nurse or whatever. Or, no, she's a doctor. Anyways, but she liked that. She liked that name. But when we went to the doctor and stuff to check Callie in, and she looked at the full name, Calliope, she called her Kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope.
Oh, what?
Yeah, she's like, hey guys.
Oh, I haven't messed it up that bad.
Yeah. She's like,
I was like, isn't that spelled with like a K or something?
yeah, I was like, what the what? Kaleidoscope? I was like, what in the world is that one? You know what I mean? So, yeah, this is like every now and then we call her Kaleidoscope. I was like, oh my goodness. Anyways. But yeah, shout out to my team because we're going to take it home. We're winning. Let's go.
Yeah.
ARL, Thursday. See you
Thursday.
guys there.
Yes. Oh, hey, one last thing. If anyone has any information for that back to school powwow that was thrown in, that was mentioned, we want some of that information.
Oh, yeah,
Send
Winnebago
it.
Public School.
Oh,
is
I
gonna have
seen
a
that.
powwow.
Yeah,
Did you
it's
really?
this week, isn't it?
Where'd you see that?
And Janaya is the head woman,
Oh,
and I
yeah,
think
yep.
I was looking around, I couldn't find anything.
Do you
what
know
is her
where
name?
it's-
Brittany, or something? Her son. What is his name?
Do you know where that information is?
It's on the public schools. I seen it shared yesterday or something, the day
Okay.
before. But yeah, that would be good information to get out there so everybody can get ready.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's never too late to start dancing. What I really like about that powwow is like I see like the kids that don't have regalia or outfits and stuff, and they get out there in their street clothes.
Yeah.
And that's what I love seeing that part.
And
you know what I
that's
mean?
now that you're saying that, shout out to Jordan, Blackfish, Vivian Thundercloud, all those ladies that helped. There was a lot of first timers that went out, kids this
Right.
year, and we lent what we knew to these families, and a lot of kids got out there, and just super proud of them.
Aw.
There you go. There you go. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. This is episode 2 dimes plus 4
3 pennies.
3 pennies.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Next
right.
week is 24. You guys are That's what when I said 24, I meant next week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
quick
yeah.
reminder, you guys. Win deadline is today. Submit your content to us. We'll have that issue out to you guys on Saturday.
Let's go.
Ooh,
All
ooh.
right. See you guys.
Later.
Bye.